God is rising upon you. Our third reading is taken from Pope Francis's collection of meditations, reflections on prayer, the breath of new life. We learn how to pray with our brothers and sisters in the liturgy. Part 2. When Moses, before the burning bush, received God's call, he asks him his name. And how does God respond? I am who I am. This expression, in its original sense, expresses presence and favor, and immediately afterward God adds, the Lord, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob. Thus, when Christ calls his disciples, he too calls them so that they may be with him. This indeed is the greatest grace, being able to feel that the Mass, the Eucharist, is the privileged moment to be with Jesus, and through him with God and with brothers and sisters. Praying, as every true dialogue, is also knowing how to be in silence. In dialogues there are moments of silence, in silence together with Jesus. When we go to Mass, perhaps we arrive 5 minutes early and begin to chat with the person next to us. But this is not the moment for small talk. It is the moment of silence to prepare ourselves for the dialogue. It is the moment for recollection within the heart, to prepare ourselves for the encounter with Jesus. Silence is important. Remember what was said last week. We are not going to a spectacle, but we are going to the encounter with the Lord. And silence prepares us and accompanies us. Pausing in silence with Jesus, from this mysterious silence of God springs his word, which resonates in our heart. Jesus himself teaches us how it is truly possible to be with the Father, and he shows this with his prayer. The Gospel shows us a Jesus who withdraws to secluded places to pray. Seeing his intimate relationship with God, the disciples feel the desire to be able to take part in it, and they ask him, Lord, teach us to pray. We heard it in the first reading at the beginning of the audience. Jesus responds that the first thing necessary for prayer is being able to say, Father. Let us take heed. If I am not able to say Father to God, I am not capable of prayer. We must learn to say Father, that is, to place ourselves in his presence with filial trust. But to be able to learn, we must humbly recognize that we need to be taught and to say with simplicity, Lord, teach me to pray. Here ends our third reading.
Thanks be to God.